I am about to start working on the sticker by number. It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, and this is from Brain Games. I got this at Cracker Barrel, so it tells the story of the Great Pumpkin, and you are basically putting together the illustrations. And I really like the Brain Game ones because it's a spiral, so that's just easier to flip between the pages and everything. So that's all how it works. So I'm going to start on this while I listen to my audiobook. Hey guys, happy Monday. It is, where's my phone? Okay, there's my phone. It is Vlogtober day 7. I filmed an ASMR video already, and then I filmed tomorrow's video, the sit down video of the week. And yeah, I'm tired. I need caffeine. Literally, I could just go get a Diet Coke, or I don't drink Diet Coke. I drink Coke Zero. I could go get one from the fridge, but no. Because I'm gonna be having it later when I go get lunch, supper, dinner, whatever that meal is. But I want to go over the weekly TBR with y'all, and we are starting the buddy read of the month in this vlog, but y'all can read it anytime this month. That's fine, but I'm just reading it this week. So the first book on the weekly TBR is Nobody Gets Out Alive, Stories by Lee Newman. This is set in Alaska, mainly in Anchorage, but we have had some instances where the characters travel to other places. And I just realized by the story today, some of these are going to be interconnected, because I don't know what the connection is to the first story, except it's all like in the same neighborhood. Katrina was in the second story and in the third story. So this interconnected stories of just life in Alaska, everyday life. And yeah, it says alternating between Anchorage, a city challenged by suburban sprawl, global warming, and the opioid addiction, and the remote, unsettled wilderness. Newman brings to life best friends, sisters, and single moms as they find a way to get by in this raw, beautiful landscape. It's good so far. Not great, but it's good. But we're not that far into it either, so there's still a lot of time. So then the buddy read for the month, I am going to be doing the audiobook, so I should get around to downloading it. But this is Hocus Pocus and the all-new sequel. So I will read y'all the description for Hocus Pocus first. Shortly after moving from California to Salem, Massachusetts, Max Dennison finds himself in hot water when he accidentally releases a coven of witches, the Sanderson sisters from the afterlife. Max, his sister, and his new friends, human and otherwise, must find a way to stop the witches from carrying out their evil plan and remaining on Earth to torment Salem for all of eternity. And this one is obviously a novelization of the movie, and then we do have the sequel, which I don't know. I remember people were like, they're making a sequel of Hocus Pocus. Did that ever happen? I don't remember. Because it's like the Santa Claus, what is that guy's name? Tim Allen. I love those movies, and there were 3 in my childhood, and recently they made a TV show. So I don't know if that's like how they're doing with Hocus Pocus. Did they just make a TV show sequel, or did they make a whole other movie? I don't remember. So I'm going to be starting this in like 5 minutes. And then my mood read is Blacktop Wasteland by S.A. Cosby. This is about Beauregard Bug. There's a lot of different names for him. So he is a mechanic, but in his past he might have done some shady things like drag racing, that kind of thing. And now he is running low on money. He's trying to support his family, like his mom, his cousins, himself, like, you know, him, like his family, like his kids and everything. So he is having some money trouble. So he's like, maybe I need to just do one more job and get, like, you know, job and get that money, and we'll be good. So that's that. And lastly, we have my ebook, which is Founding Mothers, The Woman Who Raised Our Nation by Cokie Roberts. This is a nonfiction all about the women who were wives, sisters, mothers of or daughters of the founding fathers, and that those men wouldn't be the men that they were without these women. And that's the weekly TBR. Guys, I cannot wait for my life to go back to normal, just with all the stress and frustration that the last month has had. And I was thinking back during the early part of the decade, people would often rank the 2020s of which has been like the worst, which has been the best. And a lot of people said 2020 was their worst, but for me, no, 2020 was great. I went to Arizona like before COVID happened, and I had a great time. But 2021 is the worst year of my life. That has by far been the worst year. 2024 is might be getting bumped up there to spot number 2. It might. I don't know. I've just been super stressed, and right now I'm not mentally drained, but in the summer and the spring and summer I was really just drained. I was exhausted. And then in the fall I've just been frustrated. So fingers crossed for winter. Fingers crossed. Winter usually does go well for me. I don't like the weather, but I used to get seasonally depressed, but not anymore. That hasn't really happened since I was a teenager. So yeah, I hate saying it because people are always like, oh, I hope things get better for you. And I'm like, I know, I hope so too, but this week I do think has been better than last week. It's only Monday. And yeah, so just over the weekend was good. I had a great weekend. Yeah, the weekends usually are good, but just the weekdays, they stress me out. So hopefully, I think this week will be the last hard week for me, and then we should be smooth sailing for the rest. I hope, God, please, knock on wood again, that things turn to smooth sailing. But I do want to go over my notes from Hocus Pocus for y'all. I'm at 21% of the way now. That's where I want to get tomorrow. So the pink is where I want to get. The blue is where I did get to. So that is that. So let's get to my notes. So it definitely still does have that 90s, 2000s childhood Halloween nostalgia vibes, and I seek after that. Like, I will devour anything like that because I love the Halloween and Christmas time from my childhood. And that's another thing for the 2020s. I feel like when COVID happened, it made everything big again. Because, well, in 2020, it's like, oh, you can't do Thanksgiving, you can't do Christmas, you can't do Halloween. You had to do it differently. But after that, after COVID, everything just was like, we're gonna be over the top extra again. Like, my Christmas 2020 was so like good, and like I remember the 4th of July. I know there's controversial things with fireworks. I know not everybody likes them, but the 4th of July after COVID, I don't remember what year, I had never heard so many fireworks before, and it just felt magical. So I'm only seeking those nostalgia feelings. But I don't like how in the beginning of this book we were switching between the 2 years of 1693 and 1993. Like 1663 is explaining, okay, these are the Sanderson sisters, this is what happened to them. And now in 1993, we're awakening the witches again and bringing them back. So I just don't like how it was formatted. I think it could have been formatted differently. And then this, I'm shocked that this is just a random thing. I am doing the audiobook with it. I'm shocked that they didn't get one of the actors from the movie to do the audiobook. Even if it's like, it doesn't have to be one of the like big 3, like just one of the lesser known, like even the mom. Like, I don't know. I just thought they would do something like that for it. Because I mean, this is such a cultural like icon. So Max, the way he gave Allison his phone number is wild. Like, so chaotic. And yeah, and then when she like kind of says it was embarrassing for him earlier, I thought it was funny. But yeah, this doesn't have the same charm, or it's yet to have the same charm as the movie. Like, some of the things that would make me laugh on screen just don't make me laugh on page. And that's what actors can do. And I need a history of witches from the get-go. Like, why are they eating kids? Why is the book made from human skin? I just want a history of witches. So if y'all know any books that go from the get-go, what I'm saying is the start of time to modern day about witchcraft, let me know, because I am really curious. I do have one that was something like that. I'm blanking on what it was though. It was a non-fiction. I'm gonna look it up and tell y'all about it later. I do own. I don't know where it is. It might be at my storage unit. I would love to know what happened in Salem after the witch trial, like with Binks, who is the cat, because he's having to watch his family. Yeah, I don't know how much to say because spoilers. And then Elijah, his best friend, is gone, and how does he cope with life after that? It's so sad to think about. And then for the writing, these are long chapters. They have gotten shorter the more you get into it, but it reads really quickly, as this is a like middle grade young adult book. I'm not exactly sure because it's just Disney, but it does read pretty fast. And there's a line that they're like, Allison's telling them the wall of the cemetery is made from like the bones of children, and Danny was like, oh great. And I just thought that was funny. And then I wonder, so the spell book that belonged to the Sanderson sisters back during the Salem witch trials, it was found at a woman's house a few days later. So I'm really curious who that woman was and what happened all with the spell book, because obviously 300 years have passed. So how did that all get passed around for 300 years? And it might have said in the movie, but it's been a year since I watched the movie, so I don't really remember that much. And then how did these witches become witches? What's the backstory? It might explain it. And in the movie, it might have even explained it. But again, I don't remember, but I would like a backstory on them, because y'all know I've been watching Cruella. I love a good villain backstory. Like Darth Vader, that is the best like villain backstory. And then the part with the bus driver and the sisters, it's funny. If you know, you know. And then Binks making me emo. That cat in the movie made me cry twice. And I thought I was about to cry again. I didn't though. I didn't cry. I am almost at the halfway point in Blacktop Wasteland by S.A. Cosby. This I read about 18 pages today. My new thought today is, well, I had been thinking a lot about this while reading the book, that this is very cinematic. And then we have one scene where the character turns on the radio and instrumental music is playing. So he's like, I must have gone to PBS radio. Yeah, he must have hit the PBS station. Regular radio didn't play instrumental tunes anymore. So I'm like, this man wrote this to be a movie. He's like, okay, this is going to be the song that's playing in this scene, because like, why would all of what I just read you, why put that if you weren't thinking about, this is the music that plays over this scene, because I want this to be a movie. But then again, when I write things, sometimes I am imagining music, because I am imagining it as a movie in my head, but realistically I know what I'm writing is not going to be a movie or a documentary or whatever, so it's, yeah. But with this, with the big publisher like Flatiron Books, this guy's like, we're making a movie of this, which is not hate or anything, but just a random note. But that is the vlog for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you made it all the way through, leave a Halloween emoji in the comments below, and as always, comment, rate, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell to be notified when all my videos go live. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!